Welcome to Thorough Talks 215. I am your host, E, with my co-host, Brown. Talk to him.
What up, Ski? What's up, E? What's going on, my brother?
Crack-a-lackin', bro. Ski.
What's up with the weekend? How was
the weekend was phenomenal. Fought with my girl again. You know how that goes, you know. Makeup to breakup. Same old, man. How you been, man?
Did you watch the Eagles game?
I watched a little bit of it. I watched, Tanner McKee was acting, he was balling, bro. They on his top. He's a problem. He's a good player, man. And I think that we got to be careful. There are going to be a lot of offers. I don't know that the Eagles would give up on him because you need a good backup.
But you know he wants to start a position.
Of course, they all do. You know, nobody wants to live forever as a backup. Come on now. Right. Yo, episode 23, broski.
23.
Wow. And I am excited. Thanks for tuning in. We have a special guest. Brown, you know when you live through life and the words real recognize real when that applies. Yeah. This gentleman that I have here, I've seen him through the gym market all the time. You know, one gym I see him in another gym. He stares and we look at each other. He goes, he gives me that, what's up, bro? Right. You know what I'm saying? And the real recognize real thing came to play. I had one conversation with him, Brown. I said, I got to bring him on.
Dope. That's fine.
Because he reminds me of us. He seems like he's level-headed. He has a lot going on. I'm going to read his bio. His name is Kevin CARR. He is an author and voice of modern love and relationships, whose work blends personal insight, cultural commentary, and understanding shaped by over a decade of experience studying and working in the field of relationships. He's the author of multiple books, including What I've Learned About Dating, has been featured on Essence and on MTV Unfaithful, and delivered the TED Talks Dating is Dead. Kevin brings a fresh, trusted lens to how love, trust, and connections are built today. Ladies and gentlemen, my man, Kev CARR. What's up, broski?
What's up, bro?
How you, bro? How's everything?
Hey, man, never better, man. I can't be bad, you know?
Nice. No complaints on your side,
not at all,
bro.
man.
No complaints. And like I was saying earlier, man, I've seen him for so many years, and one conversation, Brown, I said, I'm bringing him on. I'm bringing him on because his insight's different. You know, thoroughbred, guy's own swag. You know, he's kept to himself. Yeah. I fucks with people like that. Yeah, you know what I mean? Never was loud or acting crazy. Always kept to himself. So I brought you on because you're a relationship expert, broski. Talk to me. How'd that come about, bro?
It really, well, I think I consider myself more of a voice on relationships than anything. Because relationships are as big as life to me, and so it's to me it's hard to be an expert at life.
Yeah,
but
you gotta live through it, right? You
right, and so in terms of me, I'm just interested in having, like you said, real quality, healthy conversations. Yeah, especially when it comes to relationships, connection, and figuring it out. Right. Honestly, man, it started from a conversation. Wow. Like I used to do years ago, and I take you back. Almost 20 years.
Getting old, man. We getting old, bro.
I'd say 2005, actually, I want to say. Okay. 2004, 2005. I was taking my cousin to the hospital to get her labor induced, right? And so on the way to the hospital, we talking, and I'm just like, you know, I'm asking the $64,000 question, like, where is
the dude?
Right. Yeah. Like, you know, you my cousin. I do anything for you.
He should be here. Should be here.
Correct. Yeah. And so, you know, he wasn't. Wow. And clearly. And long story short, he just was not fit to kind of be at least what she needed, you know, in that moment. Right. And so I was working in finance at the time, but I used to do music. So that's how I started writing is, you know, back in the day in Philly in the 90s, early 2000s, everybody rapped.
Right. Right. Even, everybody, even their grandmoms would rap. Yeah, that's true.
So I used to do music. So I'm at my desk, at a friend of mine's desk at work, and I'm talking to her, and I said, you know, I think I'm telling her the story. I'm telling her my thoughts about it, saying, hey, you know, you sometimes you can't help who you meet, but once you connect with somebody, you can help how somebody treats you.
Yo, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Right? You got control over that. And so I was talking to a friend of mine. I was saying, hey, listen, I think when I do concerts, I want to do seminars. And she was like, you know, you should write a book. I said, dang. I went back to my desk and wrote the introduction.
Oh, wow.
In one sitting. Didn't quite know what it would be. So basically, I just created a survey around general questions and sent them to as many single women as I knew. And then from the answers, That's kind of how I shaped the chapters and created the book.
Oh, dope.
And that's what led me kind of on this journey.
Nice. So from that conversation, you made a conscious decision. This is my lane, and you just stuck with it ever since.
I didn't know it was my lane at the time.
Okay.
So remember, I'm doing music.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking,
what kind of music? Now that you say that,
I was in a rap group. I was in a rap group, and then I did. So at this time, I was solo. So I was doing solo stuff. Not former life.
Yo, he didn't name them for a reason.
Yeah. Former life, but they my guys.
Yeah,
and then I did solo stuff for a minute.
Right.
And so my thinking was, well, I'm gonna be a rapper.
Right.
And then at some point, I'll put a book out.
Right.
And then as time passed, I realized, okay, life isn't going that way.
Right. So you pivoted and switched it up.
Released a book. Self-published it, my first book, which was called If All Men Are Dogs, Then Women You Hold the Leash.
Wow. Yo, you heard what he said. Get that book. Say it again.
If all men are dogs, then women you hold the leash. How far we go depends on you. So I started that book in 2005.
Right.
Fast forward 2011, self-published it, and then I start doing events in the city.
Okay.
And as I'm doing events, then I start to find my lane. I say, okay, relationships are relative. What works for your relationship might not work for mine, and vice versa, and yours as well. But when it comes to meeting people, recognizing like minds, developing connections, there's some standalone things that's consistent through all of that, through that entire process. And then as I was doing events, I realized, okay, my audience is people like me.
Right.
My age group,
demographic,
single, maybe in a relationship, but figuring it out ultimately.
Yeah.
And then just from there, I started writing for Essence. Started writing a column for Essence, and then that kind of got me into the field and transitioned into what I'm doing now.
And the rest was history. Mm-hmm. That's interesting, man. And what to me gets me is that he talks like us, right? He walks like us, and that's the inspiration I want the people to see, that it doesn't matter where you come from. Right. If you put your mind to something, you can get it, because you're from West Philly, right?
Yep.
How was it growing up in West Philly, man?
It was West Philly.
Yeah. Don't sing the Will Smith song.
yeah. In the 90s. So
in the 90s,
you know how that goes. That's we grew up in the crack era.
Right.
Yeah.
So
it was way different.
We forget sometimes when we look at kind of where we are now, what we are now, but the neighborhoods that we grew up in. Yeah,
some of it was worse.
Yeah.
Some of it was worse. And
it was a struggle.
It was a major struggle. And that's the point of bringing you on. Me and Brown, we talk about this all the time, how a lot of times there's always all these excuses. Mm-hmm. We're bringing people on that are showing you they come from the same neighborhoods as us, Brown. And making moves. And making moves. And he did it off of one conversation. It's just he had excuse my French, the balls to say, you know what? Fuck what people say. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go for it. So then you were on TED Talks. How'd that come about?
They just reached out. So just from being in the field, this was 2017 they reached out as they were doing TEDx in Wilmington. So organizers reached out, said, hey, would you be interested? And it was a no-brainer for me. And so it just went from there.
Because it's funny, right? So at that time, me and him, we wasn't really formally introduced, right? So one day I'm like, he's on the stage talking to him.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah,
that's dope.
How many people is in that audience?
It's actually, it's not that many, maybe 150, 200.
But how many people watch the show?
Right, so
the audience outside of the
I think last time I checked is probably maybe 800,000 views.
Wow. Bro, when I saw it, because remember there's Candace Owens be on there, these big names. I heard and so when I saw him, I said, wait a minute, I know Ball. So then when I saw him at the gym, I said, yo, I saw you. And that's how it came about. So
is there a link anybody can, like, if there's somebody,
you can go on YouTube,
YouTube,
and just type in Dating is Dead.
Dating is dead.
Yeah.
That talks.
I hear that. Yeah, I hear that right there.
Dating is dead. And so, that to me is impressive, because those are steps, man, and it's just going to get better for you, bro. And hopefully somebody can reach out after they watch this program.
I'm pretty sure they are.
Yeah, of course they are.
This is interesting.
And he's written books, and I think that's important because he's leaving a legacy. Man. You're leaving a legacy.
Yeah,
people. They talk the talk, but you got to leave literature. So when years down the road, when you're not here, they can say, okay, Kev CARR wrote this book. It's very important. Right. All right, listen, we talk a lot of sports. We talk a lot of music. Mm-hmm. What's your teams, man? We break down your teams, man. We need basketball team, baseball team, football, and hockey if you can. Some of your teams.
Come on, man. I'm Philly.
Philly. Yeah, you're all good.
All the way down.
He's in.
That's how it is. Most Philly guys, if you're really like a Philly dude, you're going to go for all Philly.
And if you're not, somebody raised you wrong.
Right. Like basketball, I'm more liberal. If I like a player, I root for the team.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm a Sixers fan. It's all Philly.
Tough to be a Sixers fan today.
Yeah, I mean, look, man, the Eagles got me another ring, man.
So we good.
I'm a die happy.
Right. Exactly. All I wanted was one. They gave me two of them, man. We straight like 88.
We coming for another one.
We coming for another one.
Man,
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Listen, I got this little article I wanted to read to you guys, and we could chop it up about this. All right. The average man spends an extra $15,000 or more per year when he's in a relationship after paying for dates, helping out with bills, and funding a woman's maintenance.
Really?
Lord have mercy. Okay, a recent financial study found that men in committed relationships often spend an additional $15,000 or more annually compared to when they are single. This includes expenses on dates, travel, gifts, sharing living costs, and financial support for their partners' personal needs. The figures average, meaning some men spend significantly a little bit more or less due to the lifestyle. Fellas, let me ask you a question. Is it better to be single and save your bread, or is it better to spend a lot of your bread and be in a relationship? Who wants to go first?
I mean, I could say something on that. It depends if you're a single man and you ain't messing with no chicks, then all right.
Yeah, you better be stacking
But you could be a single man and still spend 15 grand.
True. Oh, absolutely.
That's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't have to be because you're in a relationship.
That's a good point.
You could be a single dude busting them all down and you're spending $20,000-$25,000.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
easy.
So true. That's
easy.
So true.
I'm just saying.
Easy.
Yo, it's so expensive, right? This is one time when I had a chick, right? And I was spending a lot of bread. You know how it is when you first meet a shorty and you're excited.
Yeah, bro.
So I'm catching myself. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm going a little too hard, right?
Yeah.
We go on a trip. It was my grandfather's 100-year birthday. He turned 100. He turned 100. So I take her out there.
Yeah.
Where you in it?
Puerto Rico. It was Puerto Rico.
There you go.
So we stayed 5-star hotel, rental car, food, drinks, pretty penny. So I told her when we got back, I said, listen, babe, when we get back, let's put a little pause on the spending.
Yeah. We got to relax.
Relax. And she was with it. She was like, no, babe, you right, you know, thank you, da-da-da-da. Bro, I swear to God, about 3 weeks later, we get into a huge fight because she wanted to go out. And I said, yo, chill, give me a few more weeks. Let me re-up.
Right.
Yeah.
We almost broke up because of that.
Damn.
And the point of this article is if you actually calculate the years that you spend with the woman and you spend how much money you spend on dating and having fun, bro, you can invest that type of bread. The question is it worth it, bro?
I think you got to just be conscious.
Yeah.
And of where you are and kind of like the end goal, and you got to be ready for whatever the dynamic is.
Yeah. Because women are expensive, bro, no matter how you slice it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think for me, it's about kind of like if you're single, I think it's about taking that time to set your life up. So now when it's time to date, all the person has to show up.
Right.
And you can maneuver.
Right. But hold on. I'm glad you said that because today the argument is, the question is more like, what do you bring to the table? Which I would never ask a woman that. But a lot of dudes today ask that. And to his point, he's saying, prepare yourself. So when you do get in that relationship, it's not a question of what do you bring. She just has to show up.
I mean, that's just how I operate.
Right.
That's how we
so you'll never ask a woman, yo, what do you bring to the table?
Right, no.
But what if you're living with, what if she's moving in with you?
I just don't really engage that way.
In other words, I don't live with them. Neither do I.
No, I mean, like, I just don't look at it that way.
Okay.
Like, in terms of, there's no table.
But okay, let me reframe the question. So let's say you meet a shorty, right? Y'all, you digging the shorty, right? You meeting the shorty, you dig the shorty. It's getting to the point where you don't want her staying at her place yet. Right. You know, it happens to all of us. All right, let's move in. Is there a conversation about finances? Is there what is she going to contribute? Or is it, no, I'm the man, I take care of everything?
I mean, I think it's a conversation depending on what the dynamic is.
Yeah.
You know, I think it has to be a conversation, but I think at the end, I just believe in partnership.
Yeah.
And so if we partners, we partners. And I move in a certain way where I'm going to take care of things.
Right.
But that goes back to that piece of setting your life up so you can do that.
Right.
Right.
So in other words, broke dudes shouldn't date. I'm just joking.
You really can't.
You really can't.
You really can't. Like if you want to, because like I've been broken dated.
Yeah, yeah.
And when I look back on it,
hold on. Is that a new phrase? What's that? Broken dated.
Right. But when I look back on it, it's like I should have held back.
Yeah.
I could have spent some time because I would have had better interaction.
Absolutely.
Better relationship.
Absolutely.
If I would have spent some time kind of building myself up first.
Absolutely. And working on your purpose. And that's why and listen, I've never had a problem with dating because I've always been in a position to say, okay, let's go, let's have fun.
Yeah.
We want to take a trip. You want to go to AC, you want to sit at a bar. It is expensive to date, fellas. And if you cannot afford it, don't do it.
Yeah, and I think if you and her are talking about moving in together, you already know what she's bringing to the table.
Yeah.
It ain't that happened.
If you're having that conversation already,
y'all
you
like
already know.
really sitting down and y'all talking, y'all already know what y'all bringing to the table. I don't think there's really much talk about that. You already know, and she knows too.
She should, right?
You know what I mean? That's why y'all moving in together.
Right. So let me continue with the article. Economics explains that these costs are part of the relationship premium. A term used to describe the financial responsibilities that come with long-term partnership. While many men willingly cover these expenses, which is true, the difference in annual spending can impact savings and invest opportunities over time. I think that finances is maybe the number one argument in a lot of relationships. I'm around a lot of married dudes, man, like where I work at. And a lot of their complaints is the woman saying you spend too much, right? And that's the one thing that I don't think I could ever deal with because I would never mix my bread with my girl in the relationship. In my mind, it's like, look, if I cover everything, don't worry about where the money's going or how I'm spending it. The lights are on, right? The AC is banging. We got food in the fridge. And every time you want to do something, I'm able to, that's all you got to worry about. You know what I mean? You have your account. I have my account. If we wouldn't have an account to save some money, fine. But you have yours, I have mine. I take care of most of the shit.
What would she be complaining about spending money on?
Well, I think a lot of toys, like a lot of guys, right? Let's say, you want to buy a motorcycle and she wants to go on a trip. Yeah. You bought the motorcycle. So you're not going on the trip now. So now she's complaining on some, damn, I wanted to go to Mykonos and you bought this. So let me ask you got both of y'all this.
You see how you say that, her about him?
Right.
How would you feel about her spending money, crazy money on something? Would that be something where you just like have to address? Let's say if she was
definitely
crazy buying,
absolutely,
Louis Vuitton.
Oh, for sure. You know why? Because the biggest decision you make in your life is the woman that's beside you, and if she's draining you and you have a lot going on, you're not going to be able to. You're going to break even if you're lucky, or lose it all. So that's a conversation you have to have, and there has to be limits. She can't just spend it all because women will go crazy with that bread.
She probably feels the same way about you, though.
Yeah, I think
it's just something that happens.
But the difference is he's the maker. See, it's tough to argue with somebody that's making the bread, but a good woman will keep you in line, I believe. You know what I mean? If you got a good chick and you wilding out, you expect her to say, babe, you wilding out. But at the same time, to argue with a man that makes the bread and pays for everything, it's tough, What's your thoughts, Kev?
I mean, I just think it depends on what's best for the relationship.
Right.
So it's just like whatever, like in terms of both of us, whatever we're doing is tied to the advancement of the relationship, of this thing that we are engaged in together.
Yeah.
So it's like, if I'm looking at it that way, that's going to control my spending. It's going to control how we treat each other. It's going to control all of that.
Yeah, to your point, which is a great point. Both have to kind of hold each other accountable. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, even though my argument was, well, he's the one making the money, he should be able to spend it. No, you gotta, like he's saying, you gotta have control, right? We got it. There's an end goal, and the end goal is for us to advance as we go further along. If you buying Louis Vuitton and we can't go on trips and eat, we're not gonna eat that pocketbook.
We can combine his money and go to Dubai,
and we can invest.
We can
invest. You always want to be with a woman that is like, listen, let's chill with the spending. Yeah, because somebody has to hold the other accountable at some point. It is what it is. Yes, sir. All right, so listen, check this one out. A man who cares too much for a woman is never respected by her. Millionaire Formula have wrote an article. A man who cares deeply for a woman may believe that he's in love, but the attention and constant support will strengthen the bond between them. However, in many cases, the excessive concern and emotional dependence can lead to a lost balance in relationship. Instead of being appreciated, such devotion is sometimes perceived as weakness, creating a dynamic where respect fades. True respect often comes from maintaining self-worth, confidence, and emotional strength. Caring should be mutual, not one-sided. But when a man forgets himself while placing a woman above everything else, he risks losing her and admiration from his own identity.
Yeah, that's a true story.
That's true story. Dude. If you're too nice, bro, they
go
eat
too
you
hard.
alive,
Yeah, you go too
bro.
hard.
I've seen this plenty of times, right? I've seen a lot of dudes that I grew up with, and I brought this up recently. How they were around, they were cool, they were thorough. They get in a relationship, they fall off the face of the earth, and now all their time is on with this woman. I've caught myself, you know, in the past being a little too nice, and it bites you in the ass. Do you think that women really, that saying is true, women really don't like nice guys?
In a sense, but I don't think it's necessarily about being nice or being too nice. I think it's about being out of balance.
Yeah.
So it's like that key word that he said is self-worth.
Yeah.
Is confidence, is competence. That's all the things that women are attracted to. But when you're chasing and you are overexerting, you are illustrating the opposite.
Right.
And so you repelling them.
That's so true. That's so true, man.
See what I'm saying?
And a lot of it has to do with your purpose, right? And Bree and Brown, we always talk about this, how a lot of guys don't have it. My main thing is working out. I'm a fanatic, just like you. We all love working out. And I meet a lot of shorties that'll say, damn, give it a break. Or, no, why don't we do this? And when they realize that I don't budge, they're more attracted to me because of that, man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
and that
saying?
go back to that point we started with, was building your life.
Yeah.
That's not just income, it's
Right.
building your life.
Mental, physical,
mentally,
spiritual.
right. So
right.
all those things are attractive.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that keeps you from that overexertion, that being out of balance. It's not that you're not interested, but it's that
Yeah.
I know who I am.
Yeah.
Right.
I know what my life consists of.
Right.
And so when you're in that space, it like automatically creates boundaries. It automatically makes you move a certain way, and those things are attractive. But when you're not in that space, when you're a little aimless and you quite don't know what you're doing, like I've been there before.
Yeah, we all have. We all have. Every man's
what you
been
learn
there.
from.
Yeah.
You learn from it.
Right. And I think a lot of times is if you're too available too, right? So there's been plenty of times where I'll be around fellas and the girl calls or texts and they're quick. I say, yo, give us some time. Yo,
Let it breathe.
Yo, like call her like in 20 minutes, bro.
Yeah.
And you're too available. I think a lot of young men are suffering because they don't know these jewels. And that's what we're here for. Thorough Talks 215. We're going to give you the game. We're going to give you the jewels on not to be a jerk and an asshole all the time. You can have you can be rough around the edges, but you still got to be smooth with it, and you still have to have a passion for something, a purpose, man. You have to, man. And don't forget your boys. A lot of dudes, they get in a relationship, they forget their homies. They don't hang out with their boys anymore. You're giving this woman too much attention, bro.
Sometimes you can.
Yeah, I mean, you got
too much attention is way too much attention. It's just what it is. Like,
Yeah, and then, a lot of times they laugh at you. I saw a video recently. I don't know if you saw it, went viral, where the girl's in the Uber with her girlfriend, and she puts the dude on the speakerphone, and he's saying, "Oh, I want to marry you. I want to make babies with you." And she had mute. She's cracking up. You didn't see that, John?
No, I didn't see that.
She's laughing, and it went viral because he was just going in. Oh, I want to do this. And look, I get it, man. You fall in love with a woman and you want to give her everything, but you just got to be careful, man. Pump your brakes a little. Pump your brakes. Don't be too fast with it, man. Take your time. Take your time. I got another article. I'm going to keep going with these articles. By 2030, an estimated 45% of women aged 25 to 44 will be single and child-free. A recent Morgan Stanley analyst projects that by 2030, 45% of U.S. women aged 25 to 44 will be single and without children. A shift that marks a significant transformation in societal and lifestyle patterns. This change is driven by factors such as growing economics, independence, ambitious career goals, and evolving perspectives on family life. Rather than signaling a rejection of marriage or motherhood, it reflects a redefinition of priorities and timelines in modern life. Are women doomed, bro?
Nah, doomed isn't a word I would use. But I think
not be.
There's some challenges.
Yeah.
Because it's just a reality where we are in life. Yeah. If we go back 30, 40 years ago, it was different. So now women are by far mostly more educated at a greater rate. They're making more money.
Homeowners now. Saw that.
Right. Homeowners.
For the first time ever, there's more women homeowners than men.
Business owners. So, and it makes their pool shorter.
Right, because they don't want to date guys below or even at their level.
Yeah.
Right. So it's just it makes.
Oh, we date down. They date up.
It makes it a little more. It makes it challenging.
But I saw this one dude on TikTok say yes, women date up, but believe it or not, sometimes they fuck down. You know what I mean? They're attracted. They might be attracted to a dude that can't offer her shit, but she's aroused by that dude. You know what I mean? So some of y'all might still have a shot.
Because that boy that ain't got that much money, busts that down.
He busting that down. He has time to bust. He has the energy. You got guys working 50, 60, 70 hours a week. He got time for that.
He in that joint 19 hours straight.
Like he playing PS5 or something.
Then you come home.
I know you go. Make me a plate. Please make me a plate. That's a good point you made, because today I'm around a lot of these type of women, right? I work in a place that I don't want to mention, but I'm around blue collar and white collar, right? So I'm around head of human resources, directors, and the scary part is a lot of them admit, I don't care about ever getting married or making kids. Usually you can sometimes hear men say that. You're hearing a boatload of women saying, fuck it, I'd rather die alone. And then I'll joke with them and say, well, buy a dog. And they say, well, I'd rather buy a dog. And it's a different time when it comes to the dynamics of how women are thinking. And the article speaks clearly, by 2030, 45% of women would be without children and single. Wow.
That's crazy.
That's wild, bro. Them numbers are crazy. You never heard of it. You know, back in the day when we were coming up, women would strive to get married. Today, it's not like that.
Yeah. But you could understand some of that frustration, because it's like when you out there, speaking of like a woman, and you looking at your options, and your options are limited, and you going through having these experiences. It's not hard to get frustrated,
right?
And to say, you know what, I'm good.
So where are we lacking as men? Like that, obviously not us, particular, because I do well when it comes to dating. Brown does well. Obviously, you do. Where are men failing at? What is it?
It's changing. Everything's changing.
Life is
the swag and everything is just totally different. You can't be like you were back in the day.
But I get it. But
they find that corny.
But you're attracted to a woman. She's attracted to you. What are we not doing as men? Are we not out? Are we not approaching women? Because I hear women say that men don't approach them anymore.
I hear that a lot. I get that all the time from like single women that I know, that men don't approach it. Don't approach.
You know why? Sometimes look at their faces.
I know.
Would you want to approach somebody that has this? I'm good. Like, I'm not gonna say nothing to you. I don't even want to go through that.
But we've talked about this before. The eras that we came up in. You had the spit game. You had the talk, and then Brown always says, "Well, if you're a thorough ball, the girls will approach you." But most guys are not thorough. You know what I mean? If we look at the average guy, when we talk about these kind of conversations, we're not talking about guys like us that are moving, right? We're working in the gym, socializing. We know how to speak. We know how to make girls laugh. These are qualities you got to have. That's just to get you to have that conversation. Now, for her to stick around, there has to be other qualities on, your style. How do you live? You know, are you able to travel?
Habits.
Your habits. Do you read books? Because there's a lot of articles that women want to see if you have a mind. In my opinion, a lot of guys just don't want to put the effort on even trying to do any of these things.
And you got to, like, we grew up where that's how we grew up.
Right.
You know what I mean? Think about it. We
got no choice but to be this way.
You have to just think about the dynamic it created in us. We went from no cell phones.
Yeah.
So now you have to capture somebody's attention from a conversation. You got to capture it well enough to get her to give you a phone number.
Remember, they used to write down.
Before you leave the house, you need to be intentional enough to leave with a pen, and a paper,
that's true,
right? Or put it on your hand and hope
put it
that
on
shit
your
don't
hand.
sweat. Sweat out. Remember that?
So that's like you build your swag.
Yeah, you
all that. That's how
it's a whole process.
It's a process. Pull them like that.
You got to be able to hold the conversation.
Yeah.
And also you got to hope she remembers you when you call.
Right.
When you call, you got to get through whoever answers the phone.
Right, mom, grandmom, whoever it is.
So you have to have the ability to have this conversation, then have another conversation and capture her attention so she keep answering your phone call.
Right.
You can't text.
Can't text.
So now I have to make a connection so
email.
you remember me.
Right.
But what it does is it's the way we are. And so as, we look at younger generations, they didn't grow up in that dynamic. So it's not as second nature to them.
Right. And also, let's not forget, you got to be okay with striking out too. You dig what I'm saying?
Exactly. You got to be okay
like
with...
a lot of young boys that tell me, "Oh no, I tried and shorty wasn't interested. Fuck that, I'm done." You done?
Right.
You tripping?
Come
on. The crazy thing with that is that today, striking out, nobody knows you struck out, but you and her. Before you had to go talk to that girl. Today, I could get on Instagram and inbox 20 girls. If I strike out, who knows? Me and her.
Right. But also, let's go further than that. But a lot of these girls are playing dudes, putting it out there too.
Oh, of course.
And that could be a dynamic. Think about it, right? Yeah. Even Drake just posted that he shot a shot to this girl. She kept them on red and put it out there. So that could be another reason why fellas are like, wait a minute.
And look who it is, though.
Right. But I'm saying it's like, okay, if I shoot my shot and somebody's recording or she puts it out there, now I'm embarrassed. So that's something we didn't really have to deal with. Right. Like you said, if a shorty said, nah, I'm not interested, it was you and her, maybe her girlfriend's today. The whole world knows if she's not interested.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I think it's just an opportunity for guys, though, to get in real life more.
Yeah.
Because, especially because men aren't approaching women as much.
No.
So you'll win.
Right.
You'll do better.
Right.
It'll put you in a different position. It'll give you a different advantage if you practice saying, just,
and
hey,
she'll
hello.
be so surprised. I saw some recently where the girl, the lady was like so taken back because the ball was persistent. She was like, look, it's not that I'm not interested, but I'm impressed that you even tried. And to your point, these girls, if you just approach a girl and say something nice, not even game, just, hey, you look good,
Right.
the chances are high that you're going to pull it, man.
Yeah.
Because they're not used to it.
Yeah, it's just like just having a human conversation with somebody.
That's always worked for me. I was never the type to be like, I'm offer you this, I got that.
Right.
No. It was more, hey, how was your day? You know what I mean? And
Exactly.
then I try to say some slick, funny shit, and she laughs, I got her.
You can pick up on that. Once they laugh or smile at you, bro, it's a wrap.
It's a rizzazz.
Let me ask you this. This is off. Let me ask you a question.
Let's do it.
Since we in the gym. How do you do in the gym? Now I don't really approach women
I've
in the
learned
gym.
my lesson in the gym.
I have too.
I've learned my lesson. I'll explain why.
Rough.
Yeah, the gyms are
gym rough.
extremely rough because, especially my home gym. My home gym is my sanctuary.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you the story. When I was in LA Fitness in Philly, one of the LA Fitnesses, in the beginning, I was kind of acting up.
Okay.
And dating this one, dating that one day. And one day, some boy approached me. And me and him was pretty cool. And he says, yeah, you know, such and such, that's me. And I said, well, wait a minute. You know, you have a wife? He said, yeah, but that's my side piece. So he kind of came at me over his side piece. That what? Smashing.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I said to myself, never again. Mm-hmm. Did I follow that rule? No. A few months later, I started smashing another joint. She snitched on me and told people that I was bringing in people to train in there. You know? So I said, okay, I got to stop. I got to stop. A few months later, I started seeing another shorty. What was that for? When I broke that off, she popped my tires. And those three situations, I said, from here on out, I'll try not to smash or holler at girls at the gym. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's always a problem. You know why? Because you're there. Guys like us 3-4 times a week. And if it goes wrong and she interrupts that, it's like smashing somebody at work, man. Sometimes it can be
what I was going to say.
Man.
The gym is your other job.
It's like your other job. You're there a lot, man. So to answer your question, bro, I try not to. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. Yeah. The opportunity's there because you can feel it. You know, especially when we getting it in there, bro, they staring at you, smiling, and you have your homegirls in there. You know, you see the regulars, and then sometimes they'll say shit, and you say to yourself, my past experiences tell me not to do it.
I got you.
How do you feel? Do you date chicks at the gym?
Not really. Just the gym is rough, man, because you never really know in the gym because it's somebody's sanctuary.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And then it's like you don't know what daytime look like. They might only have that hour.
Right. Yeah.
It's just hard.
Approaching them is almost impossible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then you got headphones on. So I tend to just let it live.
There's so many videos now that girls are we know they put their camera up and these dudes just keep approaching them. And I say to myself, the etiquette in the gym, there's some etiquettes in the gym, right? Let's break them down. Number one, re-rack your fucking weights.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, people, come on. Hey, Brown, like you go in the gym and you see, yo, come on, have some manners, bro. Re-rack the weights. All right, that's number one. Number two, wipe the machines down, bro. Yeah. Please. You know what I mean? All right, wipe the machines down. And one of the major rules is be considerate. Mm-hmm. Don't be on a machine. It's 5 of y'all for an hour. Yeah. You know, and if you see body language and, hey, you want to jump on it? And if he says, how long you got? Got 10 minutes, try to speed up, be considerate. Right. But the number one thing is don't bother people. There's people that are in the gym that just like to talk. And a lot of these girls are in there to really get it in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If they're not trying to play. No. You know if she's interested by it, her being around. She's going to hover around you, bro. She's going to hover around you. So, yeah, the gym is a place where I try not to. But sometimes something comes through. You like
every now and then I'll jump, but I don't really have good luck in the gym.
Yeah, me neither, man.
Whenever I go into the gym, I straight don't pay attention.
Yeah, I remember you were saying that. Yeah,
I really don't. I really like block everything out and then I go at it because I'm gonna lose focus.
Yeah, but what's gonna happen is as you become a regular and you put years in, there's going to be girls that you see constantly. And what's going to happen is, hey, how you doing? Hey, you want to do this class? That's how they get you, bro. Yo, a lot of the girls at the gym, that's how, yo, they be asking, you don't want, the class upstairs. You don't want to do the class? And I'll be like, and they say shit like, there's a lot of girls up there. And I'm like, nah, you know what?
Would any of them get you to do some yoga?
I wouldn't mind doing yoga, bro. Yoga actually is pretty good for you, bro. Fucking right, I would.
Stretching.
Yeah, I'm trying to get yoga to I'm trying to get it to doing it once a week.
Yeah, yoga. You should do yoga, bro. You should do yoga. All that shit is good for you.
You should get a T-shirt like that. Men should do yoga.
Oh, there you go. Capitalize it. I like it. Capitalism, bro. Yes, sir. All right, check this one out. This is a funny one, and I need your perspective to see if you would do something like this, because this kind of falls in place of what we're talking about. John Cena. You know John Cena, right? You know John Cena. John Cena. You know what this is about? Yeah. All right, so John Cena made Nikki Bella sign a 75-page cohabitation contract before she could move into his Tampa mansion.
Damn.
The WWE superstar John Cena let ex-fiancee Nikki Bella, move into his Tampa mansion. He reportedly required her to sign a 75-page cohabitation agreement, sparking intense debate online. Of course, all the women were hot about this. The document outlines specific rules about house guests, personal space, and even exit clause. Cena defended it as a precaution rooted in experience and privacy, saying it was to protect his assets and avoid future legal issues. Some fans call it smart, others call it cold. One thing certain, more wealthy men are now using contracts to protect themselves before a relationship gets too close. Fellas, would you consider doing something like this? Who wants to go first?
You go first. Because I'm still like, yo.
That's deep. That's deep.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't do it? What if your socioeconomic status changes dramatically? Right. So you go from where you're at, that 10 times because you struck a deal, a business deal went well, Bitcoin, whatever the case may be. Now you're worth a lot more. You wouldn't consider a contract?
I mean, if it made not outside of a marriage.
Okay.
So like if we are in a partnership, we living together, now if we are getting married and we want to say, hey, what you've built and developed before you got here, what I've built and developed before I got here is that, and whatever we build and develop together. So
you believe in marriage? Or are you into the marriage thing?
For sure.
Okay. So you want to get married? Okay, cool.
Yeah, at some
point.
So
you wouldn't do it if it's not a legal
correct
thing.
Okay.
Brown, what's your thought?
Me, I don't really know about that.
You don't know about that one?
I don't. That's just.
It's too much.
It's kind of weird, like how you got to even go about it and think about that. You got to really. That's different. You know what I mean?
Gotta have a lawyer.
About some bread.
But the bread is long. Pause. The bread is long, and believe it or not, I like it, bro. I'm gonna go against it. I like it because there's been too many men that can't get the girl to leave. Right? Once a woman lives with you, you got to look at the worst case scenario, right? And so I think this protects you, man. And so also, you just can't bring people in when you want to. There has to be a conversation. This is written down. I like the idea, man.
I'm not mad at the contract. I think it's important to be in a relationship with someone that operates at their core like you operate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if
women change,
they
change, killer. In the beginning, they want just how they feel about us, right? Mm-hmm. But in the beginning, she behaves a certain way. And then once she's in, she can switch it up on you. At least this protects you. I'm talking like a lawyer. Listen, this is not legal advice. Do not take this as legal advice. I'm just giving you my opinion.
I got you.
Because,
but I'm just thinking, how the worst case scenario.
Especially if it's a girl that sees that she's moving into this beautiful house. 40 rooms.
Right.
You know what I mean?
All types of cars.
Lambos and all that.
Right. You come home from work, she got a party in there. Yeah.
And once she in there,
she might
her mom moving in, her sisters.
Shit
can happen. From Florida got kicked out. Her husband left, so she coming over now.
But that's,
bro.
That sounds like a selection issue.
Right. True. I see what he's saying.
You know what I'm saying?
But you're looking at it from the standpoint, she's going to stay the same. She's not going to switch up on you. You're hoping or you're thinking she's
not necessarily stay the same, but the way I operate and engage, you operate that way too.
So you're saying your chances are unlikely that will happen.
Correct.
I got you.
See what I'm saying?
You're vetting more.
I'm vetting more. I'm entering relationships with people that, like, this is the thing I learned about relationships. How a person is in life is how they are in relationships, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So as we engage in and as we connecting, my process is determining how you live your life.
Got it. Got it.
You see what I'm saying?
So even before that happens, you're looking at cleanliness, right? Hygiene. You're looking at how she behaves, how she treats a waiter.
Yeah, yeah.
These are things I respect that from him, because before moving in, there has to be a long.
Right. So I'm looking at the
You're looking at the family.
I'm
also.
trying to find out, are the qualities present that are like, I know the type of relationship I want to be in. Are the qualities present there for me to do that?
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. So before making that move, you're gonna do a lot, and hopefully she doesn't change. Because they do say when women get married, they listen, they can switch it. And men do it too. We do it too.
Of course.
So it is what it is, man. It's a crazy conversation. You know, I've read a lot of comments on it. And a lot of women are saying, well, you don't love her, you don't trust. It's like a prenup. Mm-hmm. So you're comfortable with a prenup though. If you were to get married, would you do a prenup?
Yeah, if it made sense. Yeah. If it made sense.
But, you know, a lot of people think prenups is just one way. No, it's actually protecting both people.
Right.
The no prenup is just for the man. You dig what I'm saying? You know. Right.
Like, I think, again, like, we want to do relationship the same way. So for me, it would be, okay, like, if this doesn't go, like, this is what it looks like.
Right.
Like, let's have real conversations.
Yeah.
And transparent conversations.
And a logical conversation.
Correct.
Right? Because you have times like, it's like the ball player that paid the girl $1 million for child support that we talked about.
Oh, yeah.
So now she's upset about it because she accepted the deal and now she doesn't want it. What? Because she said his salary can change, which I understand. And that's how usually the courts, they deal with that. As your salary changes, it can go up, right? And so, look, it's scary because a lot of guys are falling into the trap of like you're saying, they're not vetting people and they're getting with these girls. A lot of them are OF models or strippers or whatever. And then they're making these bad choices. And then when the shit hits the fans, it's like, oh, shit. And a lot of times, us guys, the biggest mistake we make is bringing the wrong woman into our lives, man. It is what it is, man. Then it should bite you in the ass later. Mm-hmm. So vet them, right? And if she's a stripper, send her home. All right, listen, I got another article. Check this out.
Another one, rolling.
As I'm rolling today, men over 40 dating women under 28 are 2 times more likely to avoid marriage. All right, so when there's a large age gap in dating, the relationship often comes with different expectations, but commitment. Studies in the Journal of Marriage and Family shows that men over 40 dating women significantly younger are twice as likely to delay or avoid marriage. Psychologists suggest that this stems from the life stage mismatch. The older partner may have already experienced marriage, children, and a milestone, while the younger partner may still be exploring their independence. Mm-hmm. What's too young, Kev, for you?
For me?
I hit him quickly.
You did.
I hit him quickly.
Under 30.
Under 30 is too young
I think under 30.
Brown, you said this before, right?
I can't, nothing under 35.
Under 35.
Cool. It's just.
What is it, Brown? Is it the mental capacity? Is the conversation?
You can meet a 45-year-old that's out of pocket.
Yeah, true.
You feel me? It's not even that. It's just the age for me is just different. Right. Like, my oldest is 24. So I gotta like
look. Yeah, you gotta be real careful. But what if she bad 25-year-old? You can't control it. Stop it. You telling me?
I'm serious.
You telling me you want to go? You want to go?
No, I'm serious.
Killer.
I just can't.
You'll say no.
That's too young, bro.
How about one night stand?
That's different.
All right, no.
You could be somewhere.
All right, but what if that one night stand turns into something, killer?
Not if I'm somewhere else in the world somewhere.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm just saying, like,
yeah, I got you. No, I respect it, bro. I respect it.
It's just like, you know, and then when you get to your 30s, your life start to change.
Yeah.
And so it's like, as I have engaged with people under 30, you realize in most cases, like, oh, there's something not quite here yet.
Yeah, there's something missing. And,
and
the
issue that stage of life that person
and that's what it is. It's the life experience, right? Because I've dealt with younger girls, and when I bring up certain subjects, they can't have a conversation about it because you haven't been through it. And so for me, if you haven't been on your own, you haven't paid bills, and you haven't had, you haven't built your credit. Not that I need any of it, but that does build character, bro. And then when you go through life and you go through your hardship, it does build character. But they do say, not me, that older women come with baggage. What is your thing with that? It does older woman with baggage, meaning trauma, mental illness. Doesn't that come into play? Don't you think a younger girl might not have that?
No, I don't think, not any more than a younger woman. You know what I mean?
How about kids?
I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, you got to decide what you want to do there.
Would you? If you met a girl, she had 2 kids, would you take her serious, or you want them dudes that be like, nah, she has kids, I don't deal with women?
It just depends on the dynamic.
Yeah.
It depends on, like, it's like a lifestyle thing for me. Okay. So it's like, does this fit my life?
Right.
Right.
Where the baby father, what kind of dude that is. Because a lot of guys don't check that. This is very important, fellas. Let me just say this real quick.
Sometimes you can't. They're never around.
True, but you want to know who he is because no matter what, he can pop up and that could be a problem. And if the baby father is one of these scumbag dudes that ain't got nothing to live for, you got to be wise when it comes.
Be crazy. He be that cousin, right?
Right.
He's the one that she calls her cousin.
Cousin, right? Pull up
and that's
on
the
you.
baby dad. The baby dad that ain't shit.
That ain't shit.
Over. Oh, that's my cousin.
Right. You got to look at a lot of these things. That's why that vetting, like you said earlier, Kev, that vetting is very important, broski. So yeah, I mean, for me, bro, to be honest, 30 is the cutoff for me. I've dated girls. It's
a mental thing.
It's a mental thing. You know, under 30 is tough. It's very tough for me because
the conversation's different.
Conversation, and I like to have deep conversation. I like to talk. Obviously, I don't know if you noticed, I like to talk. You know what I mean? So if we can't bust it up and laugh, and a lot of times you don't mesh with the time, right? Like if you bring something up in the 90s that you spoke about, she gonna look at you like, nigga, I wasn't around. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like the young girl just died. I think, was it Rudy's? One of these actors died. What's her name? Was it Rudy? Is it Rudy?
No, from.
Oh, sure.
Oh, you talking about Denise?
Denise. Was it Denise?
John from Good Time.
Good.
Right?
Yes. Was it Good Time?
Was it Good Time?
Or 227? Was it 227?
One of them shows.
One of them.
Yeah.
She rest in peace to her.
Chick.
Yeah. She played the
D. D. It was a D. Might have been D. Might have been D.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to D.
It was Good Times.
Yeah. Yup. Good.
I can't remember what show, but yeah, I know she.
Whatever. But you know, but again, the point is that sometimes you have these conversations with these young bucks. And they have no.
And then sometimes it's like just phases of life are different.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm not trying to go to the club and rock out.
Yeah, me neither.
2 in the morning.
Yeah.
My life is different. I'm trying to let's go to the restaurants, go to the cocktail bar. Let's get to the crib by midnight.
Right. Midnight that's late.
That's late. I'm trying to get up. Trying to get up 6 o'clock. Get my life. I gotta go to the gym. I got life to live.
Right.
So,
and also, I don't like, listen, you can have friends, but I don't like when your friends are constantly around. You're on the phone all day, gossip. If I see a shorty real involved with what's going on with the world, I kind of fall back off.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, no, turn off that wing.
I be seeing like, of course, you know, I'm a bar guy. Another bar story.
Bar story.
You know, I go to
this is a segment we got bar story.
Oh, yeah?
You know, I mean, that's what I do. Like, I socialize with a lot of people. Sometimes I go in the bar and I just get a tall soda.
Yeah.
I just like to sit there.
Okay.
I'm a single man. So I've noticed that a lot of girls, they go with their men to a bar. Cool. They order a hookah. There's no problem with that. Smoking a hookah, you passing it. Now, what bothers me is when they get on their phone, they go live.
Right, yeah,
and now they're smoking the hookah. And I always catch the dude like this. Just waiting for her to get off live. And that's like the saddest shit in the world, bro. Like, I'm good at that.
Like, you don't want to really be there. You're just there because she's telling you.
Listen, I'm getting up and I'm walking.
I'm out of there, man.
I'm good.
I'm out of there, broski. I'm out of there. It is what it is. Listen, relationships are tough. Everybody is having a hard time with it. Fellas, you have to adapt to what's happening. You can't, that's why we're having this conversation. You can't just say, well, fuck it, I give up, because what are you going to do? Well, unless you want to switch and bat for the other side, fine. God bless you on that note. But if you still want to date women, you have to understand the game has changed. Oh, yeah. The game, you have to pick up quickly. Listen, dress well, speak well, have some knowledge, learn some current events, right? Don't be too aggressive. Don't seem desperate. Have a good circle of friends and stay focused on your purpose. Usually when you follow these rules, there's women that are going to surround you at some point. At some point, they're going to surround you. Yeah. You dig what I'm saying? But if you're too focused on what she's doing, you're going to lose.
And that's what I mean about the age thing. Like, if you're an intelligent man and you speak a certain way, you speak to a 20-something-year-old. Not saying that they're not smart.
Right.
But they automatically look at you like,
you corny. You kind of corny, because they don't understand. And they look at, a lot of girls today look at intelligence like you're a nice dude and you're kind of a square. Listen, being a square today, listen, but yeah, true. But especially a lot of girls now, like I saw one of these girls say, oh, I like the King Von type, right? So a lot of these young girls like that type of dude. Listen, I'm not that guy.
No, not at all.
I'm not shooting shit up. Listen,
that's
I'm
what I mean.
early.
That comes with the age.
That come with the age. And a lot of older women understand, listen, I don't want the drama. We don't want the drama. No. Want to be happy, want to live happy.
Yeah,
Try to anyway. All right, so listen, we have a segment in our show because we talk about music. All right, so now, Kevin, what are your 3 favorite albums all time? I don't care what genre. I don't care what era. Your 3 favorite albums. Do you have them?
Yeah, Life After Death.
Nice.
Ooh. 3. I only get 3? That's rough. I would say Miseducation, Lauryn Hill.
Oh, that's fire.
And Continuum, John Mayer.
John Mayer, I never heard that, John.
Yeah.
Okay, you switched it up. I like that. I like
Gravity.
that. Switched it up. You switched it up. See,
So is that being number one to you, or
No, that's
number
just, no.
three?
Life after death, number one. That's
All right, got you.
you know, yeah.
Got you.
You think life, you Ready to Die was close to it?
Yeah, Ready to Die. So Ready to Die is actually probably that's like my immersion in the hip hop.
Yeah.
Like I was listening before, but Ready to Die is like the one I really played into the tape pop.
Yeah.
But,
literally, no pun intended.
Right. So, but Life After Death for me,
It's just a
phenomenal,
classic.
man.
It's
Yeah,
a
Ready to
dope
Die, classic to me too. But
Do you like any new artists, like today artists? Is there any artists that you like?
rappers,
Yeah.
not really. I mean, I like not a lot. I don't know a lot of the new guys. Like I like Gunna, Future. I love Future.
He just had a new album that came out, right?
Yeah. Future
Okay.
would be like that new, like after like J. Cole, Drake, Future, big, like after that tier, I kind of fell off with rap.
Yeah.
But I like Gunna.
It's tough
that's
today, ain't
probably-
it?
yeah,
It's a
yeah,
shame that we
yeah.
talk about this all the time.
Yeah, it ain't the
I
same.
remember in 10th grade, bro. Remember 10th grade, Ready to Die came out. I think one of the Wu-Tang albums came out. Mobb Deep was popping. Hove wasn't Hove yet. Jay was still, but he wasn't the guy that we know today. You had Tribe Called Quest. We grew up in an era, and I don't think a lot of young bulls understand that not only these guys came out with bangers, they all sound different.
They had to be.
They all sound
Everybody
different.
sounded.
You had to sound different.
How do you have a group of 9 guys, one group,
Right.
and they were all different?
That's
You know how special that
that's
is?
what made that group unique.
It's crazy.
Then you had the West Coast. You had
Yeah,
Snoop,
West
Dr.
Coast.
Dre,
Forget about
NWA.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean? Everybody sounded
So
different.
to me, and I want to see where y'all, the greatest era in for me, my opinion, might have been 94 to about 2005, 2006. Like
Yeah.
once the rock started breaking off, then to me it changed. I mean, you had your Drakes and Lil Wayne was still popping.
Yeah.
But that era, I
yeah.
remember 94 to 2004, 5 was
Yeah,
phenomenal.
but like after 50, it was kind of a rap.
Yeah,
after
that's
50.
a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but I mean, you started Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne was still popping.
03. Well, yeah, for sure. But I mean, in terms of the era.
Yeah.
But yeah. But that Lil Wayne era, man. That what was that? 2008.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, he was killing shit.
fire,
2008,
bro.
that-
When Young Money and all them came out.
Yeah, he was killing.
He was killing them, man.
Yeah.
Where do you rank Wayne? Is he top 10, you think? All time? Because people always, yes, no. To me, I would say
All time, like completely.
all time,
or-
completely. All time.
That's different.
That's different. That's different. It's a
Yeah.
tough one. Is he top 10?
Probably. Like my top 10 favorite would be different than what I think objectively probably is
Well,
top
the
10.
criteria will have to be longevity, right?
Yeah.
Record sales, lyrics. If we combine all of that, impact maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
I would say
Wayne-
yeah. I would
he
say
got it.
yeah.
Wayne-
He's in my
is-
top 10.
Yeah, he would definitely
Wayne
be
is
in
my top 10.
Wayne is.
I mean, the guy made some great albums. Man.
And then you gotta take all those mixtape run.
yeah,
is-
you can't-
Come on,
you
man.
can't- yeah, you can't
That
exclude
run with
that.
all those features.
What?
Yeah.
When every time you turn the radio on, all you heard was a Wayne verse.
Oh my God,
Yeah, he's a
Millie, all that.
lyricist.
Yo, he made a lot of great albums.
Yeah, Wayne was.
Yeah, his lyrics was
His
always-
prime was phenomenal. That run from what Carter 1 to Carter 3.
Oof. Yeah, that was a time where if you listen to hip hop, that
Yeah.
was it.
Yeah,
that
he
was
was
good.
going- he was-
What? Let me ask you guys a question. Anybody can answer this. What would be a perfect verses, right? So I would say like I would love to see like a Jay-Z and a Kanye verse, right? And then I think that'd be a good match. People say, oh no, Kanye will win. Jay, I think I would give the edge to Jay because that's biased. That's me as my favorite artist. But I think that would be a great verses. What would be a verses that you would love to see? It could be R&B, it could be rock and roll, it could be hip hop. What would you like to see, man? Anybody can answer, bro. You? What would you like to see?
You know, the one I wanted to see. It's not going to happen now, but I wanted to see that Puff Jermaine Dupri.
Oh yeah, that was supposed to be
That would have been
one of the
amazing.
guys at my job said Beanie Siegel and Styles P.
Nah, I think
Beans would
Beans to get him out of there.
Believe it or not, there was a lot of people say Styles P, man.
Styles got. I think Beans
don't
should
have
get
enough,
him.
you don't
I
think
don't think
it's
he got. I don't think he got
Or
enough.
is that the Philly talking in you?
No, I don't think he got enough. I think Beans got a little more. I think Beans would probably get him out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even because if you do Beans do stuff with Jay,
Right. I guess you have to look at their
it depends.
solo,
It'd be tough. It would
top
be,
20 solo songs they have.
What Styles got? He got some joints.
That'd be a decent verse. What would you like to see, Brown? What would you like to
if
see?
they were still alive, Pocket Big.
Wow.
That would
You
be,
still could do it. Yes, they got music. You get the DJs and then you play the music. Yeah, that'd be dope. There's a lot of great people that would do a good verses. Jay and Kanye would be dope, but I don't see him doing that.
You been on that Clips album?
What?
Yeah,
wow. That Clips album.
Great
I've listening to it since.
The production of it. I'm messing with it.
Yeah, I give that like a solid 8.
Yeah, that Clips
It's
album.
a solid 8.5. That's a great album. And you could tell, like, there's an article recently, I don't know where I read it, where a lot of the older artists are making great waves now. We're touring
I mean, look, we still alive.
Right.
So it's you think about it, like, I still want to hear from people that I mess with.
Because Raekwon just came out with an
album.
Yeah.
Like, if you rapping at a high level,
why not?
Like all them albums Nas put out, King's Disease, 1, 2, 3, Magic, he's still rapping at a high level. If you still rapping at a high level, I want to hear it.
I want to hear it, yep. And I put Nas in, obviously, top 10, top 5, obviously. That's one of your favorite artists, ain't it?
Yeah, I like Nas. Not top 5 for me, though.
No, you wouldn't put top 5?
I'm going to tell you why, because, like, you know, since I come from when Nas first started.
Right.
And through the years, to me, I lost interest in his storytelling and his selection of beats and what he was writing about. To me, he kind of like...
I saw something on a podcast, I forgot where I saw it, where he specifically did that so you could listen to the message. And he lost me with that because I need a little bit of both. The message, but I think his beat selection, you're right.
On that, but when he dropped Illmatic, if you listen to the beats and the messages, it's totally different from when he went on later.
Yeah.
Like that really caught my attention.
Yeah.
Like that album was
perfect.
Out of pocket.
That probably was a perfect album.
Out of pocket.
There was nothing that you could say on that album that to me was whack.
Bro.
Nas, in his early days was vicious. So Kev, tell me, bro, so what are your future ventures, man, and endeavors? What do you have planned for the future? Like, what do you want to tackle? You wrote books.
Yeah.
You're in the community. Politics, maybe? What do you got?
I'm good.
What do you got going on for the future,
good,
bro?
Man. I'm good. I'm just living and enjoying life,
I'm sure
man.
he'll do well, though. You can see him in a suit doing well as a politician.
I like to,
You like to dip with that,
I like to dip
Hey, listen, I like to live my life. I don't need all them eyes on me. It changes, of course.
Shit from back in the day.
They'll bring up all the shit you did. What do you got going on?
But right now, I'm in the beginning stages of working on my next book. So
nice.
It might be a year or 2 from now, but just kind of building that out, building those ideas out. Sometime in the spring, I'll do like a little mini tour with like talks and things like that.
To keep start rolling it out, that, man. Yeah, we want to support you on that, bro. So we'll be out there for you. That's awesome, man. That's good news because that's what I love to ask that question because a lot of times you need the support. You need people to hear that we're on your side. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I appreciate that.
And I appreciate you coming on, bro, because me and Brown, we've been this is our 23rd episode. 23, and we call it Thorough Talks because this is what we want to do. Just talk,
for sure.
Shoot the shit, and talk with good people that got something going on. You know what I mean, Brown?
Yep.
And so when your book comes out, let us know. Where can they find the books that you've written already?
Amazon.
Okay.
Yep.
So give them the title again.
What I've learned about dating.
There you go. What I've learned about dating.
Yep. And if all men are dogs, then women you hold the leash.
Ooh, ladies.
That's also on Amazon as well.
He's talking to you, right?
And that particular one.
They're coming after him. So you're a single guy, right?
Yeah.
Single guy, ladies. He's single, man. The guy he got it going on out there. You need to check him out. You want to shout out your gym? No, let's not shout out.
No.
Somebody crazy might pop up.
I try to get him. No, we ain't doing that. Brown, so what's up, Brown? What you got, bro?
Man, it's episode 23.
Yes, sir. Proud of it.
And there's a lot of people in this world that they get inspired, especially when they see guys like us do things like this, and they want to start podcasts and stuff like that.
Go for it.
So my question to you is, for you to be at episode 23, what would be your advice for somebody just starting off at a podcast?
You got to be comfortable talking to your phone, talking to people, right? I don't advise you just to get on a podcast. Number one, you have to have subject in mind that you're really passionate about, right? So these are the things. It could be humor, right? You could go into the lane of humor, and it could be all funny. You could do the clips out of that. You could talk about politics. You could talk about gossip. All these things bring views, right? You got to pick a lane and start talk. Just start talking, man.
Yeah.
And practice. You got to get on and make your videos. And not only that, you got to be good with people. Because this is all about people. If you don't have a connection with the people out there and they don't feel that energy and that love and even hate, because sometimes your audience might hate you, but they're still watching. You know what I'm saying? So my advice is to practice. Yeah. Practice with people, with your family, friends. And if you don't have a natural thing of communicating with people, you have to learn. Because if you can't spark up a conversation quickly, this ain't for you. Yeah. Because you might have interviews and people that come in that are just dry. It's not like you where Kev is talking, you're talking. It makes it easy for me. Different, but it's not always like that.
It has to be a natural.
It has to be a natural thing. If you're not a natural for it, it might not be for you.
If you're not a person.
But if you want to go for it, practice.
Yeah, of course.
Practice. Yo, you see the Eagles practice the other day?
You know what's crazy?
Seen that shit?
Insane.
It was like 45,000 people.
Yo, it was sold out.
That's nuts.
It was sold out.
Practice?
Yeah.
Practice?
Yeah. It was popping down there. I tried to sneak down there and get a cheesesteak. It was too crowded.
Too much? Where'd you go to Joey's?
I was trying to go to Skinny Joey's.
Oh, man, I haven't been there yet.
Yeah,
I want to go. I drove past it a few.
Shout out to Skinny Joey's.
You can catch it like when they not having practice. Like I caught it on a Sunday on the humbug.
Okay.
One away.
So what are the steaks like over there? They pretty good?
Yeah, he might got it.
Nah, better than Angelo's.
I gotta go check it out.
Cheat day. I gotta cheat.
I like Angelo's, but it's like Angelo's like a special occasion for me. I don't want that taste all the time.
Okay.
Like it's a real type of cheesesteak.
Yeah,
it's good, but I want it maybe once a quarter.
Got it.
Skinny Joey's joint. It's good cheesesteak.
I got it.
It's good. It's good.
We're gonna have to check it out.
Shout out
It's a good
Skinny Joey. Send us a sponsor over here, brother. Send us a cheesesteak, bro. Philly's own. Man, this was a good episode,
man. It's always good, man.
It's always good, man.
Sitting here with with you and with my homie here is always a therapy thing for me.
Yep.
I love sitting and talking to real people, having thorough conversations with real men.
Right.
The world lacks them.
Yeah, and we don't hold no punches. That's what this is about. You come in, a lot of times people come in, they're like, well, can I say what you want to say? Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, you got to stand on what you say, but you got to believe in something. Our goal is to laugh and talk, but there is a crisis with young men. And so when we talk about these subjects, men, what we're trying to tell, and ladies, stay on your job, right? Relationships come and go.
Of course.
Don't hurt someone because they broke up with you. Don't hurt yourself. Mm-hmm. Don't even badmouth them. If they bring up the girl, hey, it just didn't work. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Move on and get better. You live and learn. These conversations was all for educational purposes with a little bit of humor. So don't take it too serious. If we said something that offended you, relax. It's freedom of speech. We're having fun. Kev, thanks for coming in. What's your last words? Do you have anything to say to the people?
No, thanks for having me, man.
Sir.
Just wherever you are, enjoy it.
Yeah. And you're more than welcome, bro. If you ever want to come back on, let us know.
My man.
Your family now, me and Brown are here. Try to do it once a week. We're trying to do a lot more. We're trying to bring more guests, guys like you, and girls and ladies.
Yeah, of course.
We want to bring on some ladies to debate us about who's the one in trouble when it comes to relationships. Is it you or me? Now we're going to have some fun. Kev, thanks for coming in. Brown, give him your last word.
Like always, you already know, man. Love, peace, stay humble, stay out the way, stay positive.
And work out, all right? And not too many cheesesteaks. Every once in a while.
Yeah, every once in a while.
Thanks for tuning in. Throw Talks 215. Subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Peace.